want to show you something that I've been doing on my computer. It's something that looks quite interesting because it's kind of similar to the old Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore 64 sort of style of making games. Cut long story short, what you've got is a lot like the Commodore 64 and PET kind of graphics in the terminal. This is basically like a terminal. It's nothing special. I've even got it to look a bit like the Commodore 64 just to kind of give like you know, like a sort of Commodore 64 friendly kind of look to it. But it's very good in the sense that it does. This is just really it's the old Mac terminal. It's like what you would have on if you've used Linux. You've also got a command line in that. It's the same kind of thing. I've made it so that the requirements of the program does say that it requires a minimum amount of lines, but apart from that, there's nothing really that special about it. It's built into every kind of Unix, Linux system is built into it. There are some limitations. Obviously, you can't have that much graphics, but you can have some graphics. As you can see, you can. This one's iTerm2, and it's configured with some whizzy kind of looking graphics, so that it looks a bit nice. I'll put a link on there for you, so you can have a look to see where you can find out how to configure. The actual terminal isn't the standard Mac terminal either. It's called iTerm2, which is an open source one that some guy's done, and it's configured with some neat plugins to it, so it looks more graphical and colourful. And I've been doing basically on Xcode, I've been doing some stuff on it just on the command line prompt using a thing called cursors. And it's just amazing what you can do. This thing is trying to basically be like a graphics editor, and it's using the fact that you can have Unicode characters. So for example here, these characters, I can't get too close, I'm not going to knock over my cup of coffee, right? But you can put all in the MESLO font. You've got access to some extra characters as well as the traditional like ASCII sort of characters there, which you've got there. I've made it so that the MESLO font gives you some nice little characters you can also add to it, which are actually Unicode characters. So this program that I've written is an example of how you can take advantage of this MESLO font to make it, you know, I've gone to town a bit and let you have an editor. It's a lot like a paint editor. It just lets you edit by characters, and it lets you have like chunky pixels modes as well. So it's quite interesting. I'll show you what I can do. I'll load up one of my previously created one, Manic Minor Killer. You know, I'm trying to obviously, you know, demonstrate that Matthew Smith isn't necessarily someone who should give up on us. I've actually, you know, I think he should come on there and show us how it's done. So I'm kind of challenging Matthew Smith to see, like, come out and show us how much better you are. So it's really just a copy, kind of like his ideas and that stuff, but you know, it's kind of being a bit, but anyway. So if I edit that one, you can see this is where the editor goes into like enlarged screen mode, and I can edit it, you know, parts of it. Like this is one level, and if I can show you here, I can connect this level to other levels on the right. You see how we're scrolling to the next part of it, and this is the welcome screen. I'll go to the connect bottom. Got this pretty little thing down here. I think I've also got a wacky DSS people to the right, and so on and so on. You can basically just connect them as you want, create new ones, and it shows you. It's quite amazing what you can actually do with it, because with these modes you can, you know, it's getting some kind of nice little graphics. I mean, and they did used to actually create ASCII art without using, you know, any special characters, and this is just using the colors of it. Some people did some good stuff. Anyway, I'll show you how far I've got in my game that I've tried to create with it, because it's also like a combined game thing. If I put here on the entry cavern there, right, I'll put the test option. So I'm going to treat it like this is my test. Right, here's my hero, right? My hero's walking through, you know, But check out this, because I want to show you. People might think, oh, this isn't very impressive, is it? After all, we're only talking about simple little characters here. You know, it's not like, my gosh, why is this guy even bothering to show this? This is not graphical. The answer is because you learn how to program on it, and it's a lot like the early days from the BBC Micro and the Commodore 64. But watch this. I don't think it looks even that bad. You notice how you can actually go through parts of it. So the character will walk through it, but it won't let you go through. That's part of the editor. It will let you actually define certain areas as walk through, not walk through. So all this is walk through. But watch this. When I go off to the right, watch this animation. Watch what happens. See, I think it's pretty impressive. Look, watch. That's not bad, is it? And I can walk through the tree. I haven't done any downflowing or upflowing, or at the moment that it's, when I go to the, it would just kind of lock in, but you get the idea, innit? I hope you can see what's possible anyway. If you like this kind of thing, let us know. And if you want to know how it's done, I've got the links there below, you know, to try and give you some kind of a clue as to how it's done. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.